Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so before I jump into this bonus general message, let me first mention that the winner of yesterday's giveaway is Natasha Cabral. So, Natasha Cabral, my dear, when you have an opportunity, please do send me an email. Let me know where in the world you would like me to mail your prize. And of course, you won that bracelet that I gave away yesterday. And so, stick around, by the way, you guys, because I'll be doing another giveaway right after this reading. So, I will show you the item and you can enter to win. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm doing a giveaway every single day, all the way to the beginning of next year, just to thank my subscribers. So in this series of videos, I give an item away every single day at the end of a reading. And then you find out tomorrow morning or tomorrow when I post the next bonus video, I tell you who the winner is. Okay. So, and by the way, Natasha, you'll find my email address right there in the comment section. Please, just a message to everybody out there, please only message me if I said your name and that you won. I've had a lot of people sending me messages lately and it's getting a bit confusing. So the only way you know if you won is if I say your name. And if you are a winner, please do tell me what your screen name is so I can connect the two, because that's the only way I know who you are and what prize you won. Okay. So anyway, thank you guys for reaching out though. I love hearing from you. I appreciate everybody. But I just want to make sure that I get the prizes to the right people. So thanks for helping me. Okay. So this video, my dog has started to be very protective. So these bonus readings always start out based off of like something that I've observed. And in the last really like 24 to 48 hours, my dog's behavior has shifted a little bit. I've noticed he's more muscular in general. He's kind of gone through another growth spurt now that he's 9 months old. And he's like, he was very protective of me. Like toward other dogs and things, not aggressive, just if they came toward me, he was not really having any of it. And I thought, well, that's interesting. I have not seen that. So, I got to monitor that behavior, because I like, on one hand, it's great to have a protector. On the other hand, I don't want it aggressive. But some of you, maybe you're feeling protective. Maybe there's a reason that this is coming up, but that's the tone that we're going to begin this reading. Is there a warranted or unwarranted purpose in being protective right now? Is someone feeling protective over you? Or let's see, 4 of discs. Well, this is about holding back. This is somebody's acting like a mountain. Somebody's maybe retreated and living up on this mountain with this great lookout point so that they can see anything coming toward them, because they're not really interested in interacting right now. 4 of discs is like 4 of pentacles. This is where we hold back. We also hold on. But it's an element of, I'm retreating and I'm closing myself off. So definitely protective, although I was describing my dog being like protective as in stepping between myself and another dog or another human. But this reading is more like the self-protection mechanism, where we withdraw, we hold back, we watch things from a distance. Why would someone be feeling that way? Why does somebody feel like they need to withdraw and hold back? We've got the 10 of Swords. Oh, because there's been hurt. And we're releasing it. We're done with a certain chapter. We're done dealing with someone who maybe would hurt us. We're done, like really, really, really done. We've seen to the bare bones of things and seen that I'm not going to go through that again. I have no interest in dealing with that again. So somebody is, well, it makes sense. Somebody is saying, I have no desire to be hurt like that again. With the Ace of Wands in the reverse and the 3 of Swords in the upright, I have no desire to get wounded again. So we have somebody who they are done with a heartbreak, but they're not done with the heartbreak. They're done with the situation that broke their heart. They're done getting into situations that break their heart. They have no taste, no desire to set themselves up for a heartbreak, because the memory of that is far too fresh. Okay, so if this is you, you are saying, I am going to protect my own self. But it's a little bit more than that. It's coming to terms with the fact that I've closed a cycle, a chapter. So we have a King of Cups in the upright, and we have a 2 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so this is one of 2 things. This is either an individual would like to come towards you that is extremely emotionally available and very certain about what they want, and they may be looking right at you. You see the direction his head is turned. Whether it's a masculine or a feminine is irrelevant, but it's someone who is like, well, in this case, I actually look at this as Trident or, Poseidon, god of the sea, but he's actually floating in like a lake with lilies. So it's a much calmer version of this god. This is someone very at ease with their emotions, with romance, with expression. This is somebody who's like bathed in, kind of like they may be very good at romance. This could be a very sensual person. This could be somebody who is like very relaxing and soothing to your soul, and someone who is certain about what they want, about who they are. Now, hold on, because this could also be the person that you would like to conjure up and invite into your soul, into your world. Let me see. To me, because of the direction of his head, I almost feel like this is somebody who's watching you, whether or not you know it, or this is a person who I'm a little concerned that it could be an ex energy. I don't know. I don't want to go down that road. We have a death card. So we have an ending and we have a new beginning. And we have the Chariot moving forward, but we have a Judgment in the reverse. Moving forward, meaning not taking on anything from the past, not holding on to something that, we're not going to have that phoenix rising from the ashes after all. No, no, no. I'm inclined to say that you are, well, in this case, running with a different wolf pack. I think that some of you have changed dramatically. I think that this is the quality of person that you are now asking the universe to bring into your world. We've got a Six of Swords in the reverse. We got a Magician in the reverse. We've got a Temperance in the upright. And there's that Year of the Water Tiger. Here we go. This is what we're calling in now. We want to be calm, cool, and collected. We want to be really comfortable with ourselves and feel, I don't know, there's a question mark about, am I really over the past? These cards are saying yes, but it's almost like there's a worry in someone's mind. So here's what I feel like. I feel like whoever's been really hurt and wounded, they have, in a very powerful way, said, I will not do that again. That was a big heartbreak, and I want no more of that. Instead, you know what I want? I want somebody who's sure of themselves, somebody who's emotionally available, somebody who's awesome, somebody who's there, who's ready. I want that. Well, that person might literally be right there in the wings, ready to come in for you. But here's the thing. There's this funny energy of, I'm truly ready to embrace that. I'm not hoping my ex is coming back. I am moving on. I am feeling balanced. I'm feeling powerful. And then we go right back into, oh God, but what if I meet somebody and they seem amazing and they're actually liars? And then I get thrown right back into the memory of the ex and, all the old hurts. And I feel like you're psyching yourself out, because this Year of the Tiger, this is the year coming up, right? This is next year, 2022 is the Year of the Tiger. And it's funny because, this is like such a perfect card for that. This is a year to be ferociously happy, a year to be absolutely, look at how happy this tigers love water. They're so playful. They're big, huge kitty cats. Now, let's not forget though, they can be truly ferocious predators also, right? But in this case, we're seeing a playful version of this tiger. This is like finding the balance and harmony within yourself to say, as guarded as I can be, as protective as I can be, I can also be every bit as playful, every bit as passionate, every bit as loving. The tiger inside of me can just be playful and not claws and fangs. So you don't have anything to worry about, because you always have the ability to protect yourself. That will always be there. You can always, if you need to retreat, you can again. If you need to say, I was getting to know somebody, but I don't think I like this, you can say, and so you know what? I can close that door just like I did with that past relationship that was hurtful, that was painful. Never again. I'm not going to go through that again. So I don't have to be afraid of it, because I have the capability to walk away from it at any point in time. So I don't actually have to have a guard up per se, because it's all up to me anyway. Okay, so tell me more about, because I want to know more about this whole King of Cups, Two of Wands in the reverse situation. This is certainty. It is clarity. It is Somebody who's ready to move forward, I think, in a passionate way. What deck? Oh, okay. We'll go this deck. Okay. Let's see. Tell me more about this King of Cups. Tell me about the King of Cups. Because I feel like, that's funny, a string of my hair got stuck in between the cards and my other hand as I was shuffling. The King of Cups, okay, so we just got a whole slew of cards. We actually have the Hierophant. And in both cases, I will say that this is someone who possibly there's going to be an age gap. You notice in both of these, they actually have a beard, they have white hair. This could be somebody who's like a, more mature individual, or they just are an old soul. It doesn't have to be that someone actually is more advanced in age. It could just be referring to their soul, their energy. So very mature, lots of wisdom. Also, both of these are so full of nature, even though, I mean, they're completely different decks that I'm using, right? But we have the same energy showing up. Somebody who might be very spiritually attuned. And look, I mean, you can even see that the carving that he's standing in front of is yet another version of this same person. I feel like this is, it's funny because I first was talking about like Poseidon or Trident, god of the seas, but then we have like this earth kind of, I don't know what you would call it, an earth spirit, an earth father. Some of you, it may be a really powerful masculine that you're interested in meeting, that you're interested in calling in, but this would be somebody who maybe they are older than you. They're a silver fox, somebody who's super attractive and, more mature, but it could just be that they are an old soul. But the common thread that I see here is it's somebody who's very natural, very, very not afraid of, blood, sweat, boogers, and tears, because that's all parts of human life. This is somebody they're so attuned to nature and what nature holds, and they embrace it. And so I think that they're really comfortable with even, like I said, expressing emotions. This could be somebody who they are looking for long-term commitment. They're looking for marriage. This is somebody who's interested in, well, Ace of Cups, in giving their whole heart. And this person could be almost too good to be true, because we have this Nine of Swords here. Next to that, we've got a Page of Wands in the reverse, a Page of Wheels upright, and a Four of Wands in the reverse. You're not ready. You're not ready. You want them to go slow. You don't want it to race ahead too fast. Okay, so far, we see you making decisions. Then we see you kind of being nervous about it. Then we see you calling in the kind of person you want, and they seem it's go time. Somebody wants to move forward with you. At least it looks like it in 2022, but you seem to be the one pulling back, saying, I'm not so sure about that. I'm just not so sure. Page of Wands in the reverse, Page of Wheels in the upright. You're not 100% sure. Do I want that? Am I ready? Why are you not ready? Why are you not ready? I mean, you don't have to be, right? It's always up to you as to what works for you, what doesn't. But why are you not ready? Let's go back to the idea of protection, right? Feeling a little protective maybe over your own self, feeling a little protective over, do I want to be that invested with someone? Why are you not ready? King of Swords. The X is still on the mind, the silent one, wondering. Also, this is a griffin. A griffin it's not real, it's a mythical creature. So this silent mythical creature, is that still on your mind? Somebody that you're thinking of, possibly an air sign that you dealt with, somebody that you didn't. High Priestess. Yeah, there's still unknowns. There was unfinished business with the ex. You never fully understood, never fully got closure, but you still feel this person's energy. You don't know if the story has ended with the two of you. Yet there is, you said you wanted the thing to be done, but then there's still this question mark in the back of your mind, like, but am I really done? Is it over? Is it over? So we've got a Six of Cups, Death card in the reverse, World card in the reverse. Everything here says no. You're holding on to the ex because you feel like you guys are not done. Okay, we got to talk about the ex now. I'm so sorry, but this is an amazing person that is coming in for you that you're not sure about. And that is A-okay. You do not have to be sure about something that you're not sure about, right? But let's see, what is the situation with the ex? Because first, You said no more of that. I'm done with that. Hold on. Okay. That was a really loud gulp, wasn't it? No, that's the wrong deck for the X. Let's go this route. Okay, tell me about the X, please. What's happening? 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, Queen of Swords in the reverse. Are they scared that you're going to be angry at them? Is this a situation where the X, I mean, that Queen of Swords in the reverse with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, there's big trouble here. And what's in their mind is big trouble. I've got no growth here, and I've got maybe someone mad at me. Maybe this is you mad at them, and that's what they're thinking about. Queen of Wands in the reverse, 7 of Swords in the reverse. So no more lies, but still a karmic cycle. So was that, tell me about the 7 of Swords in the reverse. Wow, that came fast. We've got the Chariot in the upright. We got the 5 of Cups upright. Wow. So this person, I feel like you are the Queen of Swords. I feel like you were the person that this person saw themselves with as a great match, because, you know, when I asked, what is your hesitation? It was the King of Swords. Like there's someone that, an ex that is still on your mind that you didn't have closure with. And then when I ask about them, the first thing out is they think of the Queen of Swords that is not their queen anymore, that is really mad that they did not get to have success with. And we move right on into this, you know, Queen of Wands in the reverse, which is a karmic cycle. And then this 7 of Swords in the reverse, like that kind of a secret came out that this person still had a karmic cycle that they were embroiled with. And then when I ask about that 7 of Swords in the reverse, there is a huge amount of regret, a huge amount of confusion, a huge amount of sorrow. Do they move on from this, or do they move towards you? What's all this with this huge family, this disapproving family situation? Is that what it's like they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. If they move towards you, they're going to make a family upset, and they know that. If they don't move towards you, like they're going to be filled with regret either way, because it's a problem no matter what happens. Tell me about the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Tell me about the Queen of, what it was the karmic cycle, because it doesn't have to be a person, right? But what was the karmic cycle here? What was the karmic cycle? Emperor in the reverse. A lot of arrogance here. A lot. And also, did this person not actually want to get married? Were they married in the past and they didn't really want to be in a serious commitment? Why are they why are they thinking of you as a Queen of Swords in the reverse? Why are they thinking of you as a Queen of Swords in the reverse? Yeesh. They really wanted things with you. They really want a new beginning with you. But they also think that there's been an ending. Get me another on that, please. Okay, hold on. Since I asked for one more, I should wait and let that card pop if there's going to be one. But right now, no other card is popping out, which I think is interesting. I want to ask a different question. Okay, no card popped, so I'm going to ask a different question, and I'm going to change decks because that's what I feel compelled to do right now. But I got to make myself some space. Okay, I want to know, how are they feeling about you? What do they think about this situation? I mean, is it done and over for them? Do they know that they're losing you to somebody amazing who wants to come into your world? Tell me about this. 8 of Wands. So they want to talk to you. Why? Why? Page of Pentacles. New beginning, apology, 5 of Swords. They want to... They do want to talk. They want this to be innocent also. I'm a little concerned. Do they want to pretend to be innocent? And do they want to put the blame on you a little? And I only say that because with this 5 of Swords, there's actually a story where the man here in the background is actually the one who's turned to ashes and has a missing part where their heart used to be. And then she is actually the one who's kind of hiding behind a rose, like she's the more deceptive individual, and she's in red. So she's the one who kind of played a game. I'm not entirely certain if this person wants to reach out and talk, but then they want to, it's just that they want to say that, this has turned them to ashes. This has been very, very painful. This, the conflict has been really heavy on their heart, has been really tough. They've gone through a ton of trials and tribulations, and maybe that's explaining why they've been, like, why they weren't ready for any kind of a commitment. This could be that they're actually describing that they went through this kind of storyline with somebody else. But I don't know. When I see that Page of Pentacles, it should be a new beginning. This could also be a situation because pages are children. It could be like they're saying, well, I wanted to keep everything safe for my, if they had a child or something with somebody else in the past, someone that they, things didn't go well with, but they really wanted to keep their child as innocent as possible so that the child didn't get drawn into conflict and drama. That could also be the other part of the explanation. I'm not a big fan of these kinds of readings where it's like, then why didn't you speak up sooner? Why didn't they speak up sooner? There we go. Why didn't someone speak up about this sooner? Why the drama? Why does drama have to get started? Knight of Swords in the upright. They wanted to speak up sooner. Now they want to rush in and make up for lost time. Nah, that didn't answer my question, though. Why didn't they speak up sooner? Knight of Cups in the upright. They wanted to be able to come in as soon as they could offer something. As soon as they could offer and speak the words that they want to speak and really have a heart that's clean and fresh and open, that's when they want to do this, when they can have a new beginning, when they can offer something that's stable. So they didn't do that until now. Is that what you've been waiting for? Because you felt this with this person. You felt like things weren't necessarily over, even though you said, I never want to go through that kind of mess again. I don't want to go through that hurt again. Never, never, never. This has been devastating for me. I don't want that anymore. I want somebody who is wonderful. And that wonderful person is showing up. What are you supposed to get out of this? I mean, we have this complicated, messy situation with an ex who, looks like they actually still want you, always did, but whatever all those intricacies were with all their difficulties and why they didn't come forward, now they feel like they wanted to wait until they have something to give. But why did you meet that ex? Why did you meet that ex? Because there's always a lesson in everything. And so I really care more to ask why did you have to meet this person? Now, again, these are only stories, right? None of this is true. None of this is real. These are just stories. But in the stories that I tell, I always ask the questions of like, what would I want to know about these characters' interactions? So why did you meet this person? Why did our character meet that ex? The ex was there to help them realize that it is your choice. You have to be certain about what you want. And then, depending on how certain you are, depending on what it is that you truly want or don't want, that's the part that helps you define, where do I put my energy? Where do I put my focus? Where do I put my attention, my intention? Because this might have actually helped you focus your energy more on what you truly want, instead of like allowing yourself to wind up giving a ton of energy to something, not knowing what the payoff is going to be. It almost has helped you to realize, I won't give so much energy to something unless there's a plan, unless I know how this, that we're both on the same page. I'm kind of feeling like you might have been, you tolerated way too much from this ex when they weren't certain about things and they weren't consistent, and you might have really given way too much time and energy, I think, maybe to them. Tell me a little bit more about that. Death card in the reverse again. Boy, sure does show up. It's also, what do you do when something doesn't feel done? Well, this is, don't turn yourself into stone. Don't get stressed out. If something's not done, yet it also didn't get off the ground, you, no matter how much work you put into something, one person can't be the one who does it all. So if someone is not putting energy in, yet it still doesn't feel like a finished storyline, you met this person because hopefully it has allowed you to pull your energy back to say, look, I'm not sure if things are over, but I do know that I can't afford to turn myself into stone and, be stressed out all the time and not move forward and not let myself meet anybody else. Because if somebody's not showing up for me, I darn sure I'm not going to just linger and just survive. I want to live my life. I feel like this was the reason you met this person is because, yes, sometimes things are not finished. Storylines are not over, but we can't get consumed perhaps with the stress and the worry surrounding it. I know, easier said than done, right? When something's confusing and when it's really hard to walk away and like everybody's been there, I think, where, someone's really, they've devastated us and then what do you do? How you can tell yourself a million times to just let it go. That's not the way that works, right? But you met this person for the bigger underlying thing, which is there can't be all the question marks. The one thing that you got to be certain of is that both people are on the same page. So you're not the only one doing all the work. And if there was a lesson in all of this for you to learn, it was, don't be the one to do all the work for the relationship. And then also possibly, even if if it doesn't feel like there's a total closure, don't let it make you turn into stone and not enjoy the beautiful life you've been given. Okay, so what about this X? What is this X in your world for? Let's go. What was this X in your world for? This X, oh, wow, okay. I thought I was looking at the back of the card. 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 7 of Cups. Holy smokes. They had to see that they can choose a different life for themselves and have long-term success and really have the wisdom to give their heart to the right person and invest in the right situation. Okay, hang on. Why then? I just want to know, what is the X really intending on doing towards you? Not how they feel, but what are their actions going to be then? Hanged Man in the reverse, 2 of Cups upright. Oh my God, 9 of Wands upright. I mean, it looks like an X is still trying to come back in. It looks like they think you're a twin flame. It looks like they're certain about that. It looks like they want to patch things up. Okay, but wait. Because we just said you don't wait for this, right? This storyline was don't spend all of your precious time, being stressed out or putting your life on hold. Don't, oh my goodness, this is such a tough one. Okay. If they're coming back in, what is the advice to you in dealing with them? High Priestess. Make sure you know everything. Listen to your own intuition and make sure that there is nothing left that is uncertain. No secrets, no nothing. Wow. Especially with this 5 of Coins, making sure that somebody's not coming in so you can make them feel good. Make sure that they're not in a situation where now they're done with something else or something else is done with them. And so now they're coming in. Also we got to understand why, the real why. Why did somebody leave you out in the cold? I think that's the bigger thing here. Everything needs to be explained satisfactorily so that you understand why somebody did this. Because I felt like you were the one who got left out in the cold. So the advice is leave no stone unturned. Otherwise, there will always be this sour memory of, remember when you left me out in the cold? If we can't get past that, if we can't understand why did that happen to the point where it truly carries no pain, no hurt, then that could be very toxic, is what I feel off of that. Because there's a big sadness here. That's why I say that. There can't be sadness. We got to understand, why did somebody let us be sad? Why did somebody treat us in a way that they knew they left us out in the cold? Why? I'm going to ask. Why? Why would somebody have done that? Why did they leave you out in the cold knowing how hurtful that was? Why would somebody have thought that that was okay to do? What's the big mystery as to why they did that? Hanged man, they couldn't decide. They didn't know what to do. They were delaying. They were uncertain. They were looking at things through different eyes. Ace of Pentacles. Tell me more. What was it that they couldn't decide? They couldn't decide if they wanted the new beginning. I'm not a fan of this. Six of Cups in the reverse. So they didn't know who their karmic situation was to them. They didn't know. So they had to figure out if they wanted a new beginning with you, because that would have meant walking away from a different soulmate. So they didn't know if they were done with a previous connection with someone, with that Queen of Wands that we saw in the reverse. King of Wands in the reverse, Chariot in the upright. They had to make sure that they were done, so then they weren't going to be a player. So now they can move forward with confidence. I don't tell people what to do. I don't tell people what to do. But what's the universe have to say about that? What's the universe have to say about that? Because boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what I'd be doing. I wouldn't be entertaining this person. Universe has to say 10 of Swords. Painful ending. Painful ending. Painful, painful, painful ending. What else? Hold on. That's too many. I'm not going to take any. I don't even know what they were. There were just too many, and they all came out face down. Okay. Let's see here. Four of Cups. The universe says they messed this up, and it's a missed opportunity for them now. So now, hold on. Let's go and let's talk real quickly about that other person. That amazing King of Cups. The one that you saw come in for you and they are super, super interested, but you weren't 100% sure about them. Tell me about that person, because I feel like this is a gift that your ex does show back up. The ex does want you, and it turns out what they tell you closes the door for you with them. So that King of Cups that we saw, that amazing person that wants to come in for you, they want to have the full success with you. That Six of Wands. That's amazing. That's amazing. That Six of Wands says it all. That says this person, this is the one. Three of Wands in the reverse. As soon as you get some kind of closure, you have been, like, you said you were done with the ex, then there was still a worry about the ex. Like, you felt like they were still going to come back in at some point because there was unfinished business. And then sure enough, in this storyline, they do come back in and they say all the words that maybe you always wish that they'd say about, like, wanting to have a new beginning, or where's the good cards that we had about you being the Two of Cups for them, and the one that they're really interested in, the one that they feel so much passion for. But then when you actually say, but why did you leave me out in the cold? Okay, I hear what you're saying now. I'm amazing. I'm what you want. You're in love with me. But why did you leave me out in the cold? That's where somebody goes, well, I just wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if I needed to have a new beginning with somebody else, or if I needed to leave that other person. So I basically had to wait until I figured out how I felt about you. But now I know. Now I don't want to be a player. I don't want to come back and forth and in and out. Now I want to move forward with you. And that is actually, in this story, that's what makes the universe say, no, now you are their missed opportunity. this ends. And why? Because over here, that beautiful King of Cups, who is so stable, so emotionally available, so ready, so loving, the one that you've been hesitating having a new start with, now you understand why that person came into your life. That's where the success is. And it's not down the road and there's no waiting required. It's in the now. All of a sudden, you are, I think, free from the ex, even though the ex came back in to say, and you wished that the ex would come back in. Wow. Most definitely. This is all about having that beautiful balance. This is the Six of Pentacles. This is the person you actually balance with. This King of Cups is the one who really can give to a situation, and now you're free to give to the King of Cups. Instead, there was a moment where I was worried, is this going to be a situation where, this wonderful person comes along, but you're still kind of hung up on an ex. Then the ex comes back in and now you can't decide between this wonderful person and the ex. But then it turns out that the ex in this storyline, that's what they did. They found you and you were the wonderful person, but they were still, hemming and hawing between you and somebody else. So they left you out in the cold and went back to an ex, or whatever that situation was, whatever the karmic cycle was that they kept staying with, and they left you out in the cold. And it was really, really, really hard, really, really hard from what I can tell. I mean, this kind of stress turned you ice cold, turned you into stone for a while. Lots of difficult times. And yet now here we have this incredible, like, everything clicks and you go, wait a minute. I have a wonderful King of Cups who's interested in me. Someone who's not, they're not hemming and hawing. They know that they want to be with me. You know what? I want to be with them too. I choose the King of Cups. I don't choose the ex anymore. I choose the King of Cups. And maybe you couldn't have gotten to the point of choosing this King of Cups had this situation with the ex not popped back up. This is like, we've got this Page of Wands, and this Page of Wands, this would be very childlike. This is a little tiny start of passion. I feel like you and the King of Cups bypass that. There isn't any of this immaturity. There isn't, I don't feel, if you look closely, this Page of Wands, there's like, he's got this stick, like he's going to smack these little dragons out of the sky. I don't know. There's kind of like like expecting trouble. The dragons kind of represent like trouble. But this is in the reverse. You don't get that vibe with this person. There's not going to be conflict. There's not going to be hurt. There's not going to be ego. There's not going to be the memory that, oh, somebody just couldn't decide about me, so they left me out in the cold. I don't want to be abandoned. This King of Cups is not here to abandon. This King of Cups is not somebody who wants conflict, just like I don't want conflict. So basically, everything that you said at the very beginning in this story was that I've withdrawn because I want to get over my hurt, because I know how damaging it was and I never want to go through that kind of hurt again. And you don't have to. You get to revisit the thing from the past one more time and actually cleanse it, release it, let it go. You are going to be the major regret for your ex in this story, though. The ex that comes back in and admits, well, I had to leave somebody else first. I had to decide. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if I wanted or could have a new beginning, or did I want to leave behind that other soulmate? So, now I know, though. Now I'm sure. I don't want to go back to that other person. So now I won't be a player anymore. Now I'm ready to move forward with you. And it's funny how them being so sure of what they want now is actually where the universe says, and that's why they're going to have to regret you forever. Because they missed their shot with you. There's that Ten of Swords all over again. The thing that you said you never wanted again. This Ten of Swords. I don't want to go through that kind of hurt. And the universe said, remember, you don't want to go through that hurt. That's why we brought in somebody really fabulous for you. You deserve somebody so fabulous. And unfortunately, this ex who couldn't make decisions, now that they know what they want and they kind of show their hand, they show how their mind worked. They show, I don't know, I feel like the universe is like, darling, you're so precious. You're so precious. whether you're masculine or feminine is irrelevant. You know, you could be either gender in this reading. You are so precious, and the universe is like, sweetheart, you're not an option. The kind of person that's going to pick you is the kind of person who knows that it's you. They're not confused. They're not, well, I'm not sure if I want you or somebody else. So first I have to get through my player ways. I might leave you out in the cold for a while. Like, that's not, this story is not that. This is a story where you get full clarity. I shouldn't keep saying you. You just means our lead character. So if you identify with this story, and it is only a story, it is not real life, it is that you get the full closure. You get to see who the ex was, and that gives the final, like, oh, I'm relieved of this. I don't want this person. And it's a little bit of like the tables turn, because they are now the one that they're ready to choose you, and finding out kind of how their mind works and where their mind was. That's what allows you to say, I don't choose this person after all. So it's very much a turnaround in energy there, because you wind up with somebody amazing in this storyline, but you also are able to truly release that ex. So anyway, that's what I've got on this one. Not necessarily the lightest and fluffiest read, but they aren't always. It's just a story though. So now, as far as the giveaway goes, so that I know I'm giving away today, if you enter to win, and if you win this, I will mail you a card. Again, I just really like that particular Christmas card. And inside you will receive a little moon packet, and inside there you will receive it's the Libra scales. It's a pendant that's a Libra scales. I think didn't we, like 1 or 2 days ago, didn't we just have the justice card come up, and that's what we gave away? Yeah, I think so. So I think it was like the day before yesterday. Anyway, so apparently we have another Libra gift. And just, okay, so this is another one of my monster necklaces. So the size is pretty tiny by comparison to my monster necklace. But in all fairness, this thing is like, literally, it's probably what the size of like a tennis ball at least. So that gives you, this is like maybe dime or nickel size. So anyway, but it has the Libra scales on it. So if you are Libra, or if someone in your life is Libra, or you just want it to give to somebody else, feel free to enter to win. And to enter, you can just write the word enter, or if you want to have more fun, you can answer this question. Since we're doing a lot with animals right now on my channel, what is your power animal? And like, how did you come up with that? How did you find that out? So I don't know necessarily that I personally have a power animal myself, but I will tell you, I did at one point like a guided meditation specifically to discover the power animal. And I just did it for fun, and I totally didn't expect anything to pop into my head. But strangely, I did. I found myself, mentally walking into like this forest, and I'm standing there in the middle of this clearing. And then from the edges of the forest, you're like mentally guided that something's going to walk towards you. And like, it wasn't, you didn't have to be in a forest, but that's what my mind conjured up. Probably because I'm a West Coaster. So I'm all about forests and, oceans and lakes. But in any case, I saw brown eyes, big brown eyes, and they were very, very, very high up. And I remember I was surprised in this guided imagery, because I was expecting like, what, it's going to be a deer or like a skunk or something. And instead it was these huge brown eyes that were really tall, and it stepped forward, and it was a buffalo. And then in my imagery, for whatever reason, the buffalo came over and sat down on me, but like not to crush me, but like in a comforting and like holding me down kind of way, like grounding and protecting, and like, hey, slow down, sister. Like, that's what I had. So I don't know, but that's my story of the power animal. And I love buffalo. I think they are absolutely magnificent creatures. And I do actually hold a very special spot in my heart for them. But I'm just very surprised, because that was the last thing on earth. And at that point in time, I didn't even know that the buffalo was considered like this is many years ago. So I didn't even know that was considered a real power animal. And so I was very surprised, but that's my story. Gray Muzzle Mama, I think you had asked me in the comments one day, like, I wonder what yours is, Kate. And I didn't get a chance to type back to you, but I thought, oh, I know what, we'll do this question. So this is actually in honor of you, Gray Muzzle Mama. Mwah. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a subscriber. You were awesome. I've always loved your comments. All right, you guys, take care. Bye.